So who remembers what happened last time?
I forgot that I had abilities that together could have got us out of any problems, and that was an issue for us because everybody almost died to an asshole who blames us for something we didn't do.
Sums it up.
The only thing we're guilty of is leaving him alive after he betrayed us.
Hmm.
Yep. Yeah,
How
we
how
we
could you guys
we
leave
agree
someone alive?
we agreed to help him get his family free from the dragon, and then he betrayed us to the dragon, and then his family died anyway, and then he's blaming us because of his own incompetence, and it's just terrible.
It's just all bad, is it?
Yeah, he's just an asshole who doesn't understand that he's his own that he causes his own problems.
Hmm.
Sounds like he's lashing out, looking for someone to blame.
Hmm.
And he came after us because some reason.
Because reasons.
Shrug.
Ah.
I never did into that man. In fact, the only thing he could possibly have an issue with is the rat.
This is true.
I mean, it ate his balls. It's where the go for the balls came from.
It. He did eat this guy's balls, but he did also eat other characters' balls before that. So it's not where it came from, but it did happen.
Yeah, I'm saying the only person he could have a real enmity against is the rat. The rest of us really are like just victims in this whole thing. They did try to sell us into slavery.
Naughty Andrew, bad. No, I saw your message.
As far as
Bad
I'm aware,
Andrew.
I think the
Naughty.
frog is still on the ship with the wizard.
Yeah, wherever they went.
Well, he said he was going to go do something. They didn't really say he was waiting for us, but he might come see us again.
This is true. This is very true. So you all wake up, and some of you didn't, and then immediately got healed.
So
Which is dangerous because your second level of exhaustion that you get for failing again was most dangerous.
So you're all spending a day hiding out in the little goblin lair.
I mean, I don't need to. I'm gonna be like helping the goblins fortify and keep an eye out for things.
Cool. They report that there's a weird thing, swirly and shadowy and weird.
Could you be any more helpful?
It's coming from over there.
Over where?
Over there. Like the
southeast.
north. Well, no, the
Yeah,
southeast. Yeah.
southeast.
Down here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will go check it out.
Cool. Finds big ol' black ball.
Hello, Black Orb. Are you here for any reason, or are you just a black orb?
It expands.
Do I have any clue what this could possibly be?
Give me an Arcana check. Doop.
I don't think that's very good.
It's a big black ball.
I would
Maybe it's trying to hug you.
I would like to cast like a 5th level Dispel Magic at the black ball.
At the black ball, very well. Please make me a roll.
Ah, so it's higher than level 5. Got it. It's just wisdom, right?
Yeah. Well
24.
done. You successfully dispel the big black ball.
Whoever's doing this, could you come talk to me? I think we may have an issue on our hands.
No response.
I would be willing to talk through your grievances and maybe see what's wrong.
No response.
I'm gonna have a look around and see if there's anything up.
Give me an investigation or perception check. Either or.
18, because I don't have my d4s because someone's asleep.
You notice a person rustling around in the wheat field over here.
I'm gonna move about, pretending not to be moving closer to them, and then polymorph them.
You fire a polymorph spell at them, and it passes right through them, and you realize that they are an illusion. What would you
Uh,
like to turn the frog that was standing behind them into?
a dolphin.
It's a dolphin. A dolphin appears behind the illusion.
Passing through the illusion because it's bigger
Yeah.
than the frog. Brr.
It's a very confused dolphin.
Well, I just went with what I was going to be polymorphing the person into if I had. Gonna shout back at the goblins. Keep a lookout. Make a patrol. Any strange non-goblins that act weirdly, tie them up and keep them ready.
Take
And
it
I'm gonna
court with. Sorry, you carry on.
sorry, and then we can make a loop and keep looking out for the actual person.
Well, these
I
two.
take it court would hear that as hear Kate saying that as well because he wouldn't be sleeping
Yeah,
because he wasn't affected by them dreams or
yeah.
anything, so
I
he
would
will
assume
actually
you'd. I
start
assume you'd
checking
get
around.
because you can cover more ground than I can.
Cool, the
Yep.
goblins are gonna have a little explore around town. And these two goblins are going to take up the entrance.
Rat was okay.
Rat was okay, yes.
Sure, any helps helpful. Uh, I'll circle in a counterclockwise direction if Colt wants to circle in a clockwise direction.
I
What
was
are you
just about to
doing?
say.
Are you
I was
being,
just about to say
is
I
Kato
was
like
just about to
turning
say I'd
into
be
something,
patrolling the perimeter.
or are you
Yeah,
just
so I
walking
was
around?
going to ask, so with blind sight,
Mm-hmm.
I would I would not see illusions, but I would see the real
Yes,
thing.
the real thing.
I
This is accurate.
Yeah,
S-
no, I actually looked this up. Is the blind sight is perceptible is deceivable by illusions, but if it's like, but it can see invisibility. Is
All
that
right,
right?
okay. So you do see illusions, but you don't. But you can also see invisible people.
Sure, I'm gonna go with the giant scorpion
Cool.
and the giant scorpion if it needs to be a bit bigger, I think. But or is that the right size? I can't tell from this that far out. I've had to.
What size is it? Is
I
it
think it's
large?
just large. I think it's just large.
In that case, that is the correct size for the big scorpion.
That's fine. I was just too far zoomed out to notice. But yeah, I'll go in sort of north and then turn left if Colt wants to go to his left and then turn north.
Please use
Sounds like a
arrows
plan.
to like show your path.
So my path is going this way, and then
Mhm.
I'll curve round this way.
Mhm.
Whereas
So
if
I'm going to be
Colt's going to
going
go that way, yeah.
that way,
Do
and
you
then
go
north.
along here and then like around here, or do you go like up across the bridge then like around?
I'd probably stick on this side of the bridge most likely.
Sure.
Actually, no, because I can come back onto the this side of the bridge when I get to the bridge on the other over there. So yeah, I'd probably cross here and then go that way.
Sure. And you have blind sight of
60 feet.
60 feet.
Yep. I'm hoping the rat's gonna help me out here, because like I'm not like Colt's fast enough to get out of problems. I'm a scorpion. I'm not quite fast enough to do that sort of stuff. I've got a reasonable speed, but not quite.
Yeah, like Colt would probably meet up with you. Like,
I'm a 40-foot
get the
speed,
thing back
not
on.
a.
Colt would probably like meet up with you like around this point somewhere because of his speed. So if there's any like threats up here, would both be able to.
I
If
will.
sorry, if there was any threats up here, our blind sight would be able to pick that up and then
Cool.
be able to jump on it. But
You see
you know,
couple of friends hanging out. I just quickly. It has a lot of like proper darky sight, yeah. Yes.
what the hell is Devil's Sight?
It
Be
can
the
Devil's
see
Sight,
through.
question.
yeah,
It
you can.
sees through magical darkness.
Yeah, it's a thing
Ah,
you take to let you see through magical darkness when you're gonna be doing some combo-y shit.
You see a big chunk of whizzy boys.
Do they all look the same?
They all look like the wizard that you saw the other day.
Can I charge through them?
Yes.
See which ones actually are real by like just barging into them.
Uh,
Do you have anything else? I chitter back.
it turns out that they all seem to be illusions. Give me a perception check
I'll
while
roll
you
one as well since
while
I'm
you
here.
stomping around. Colt notices nothing. Kato also notices nothing. The rat notices that in some bushes just off the map there is like the grass moves unnaturally as if an invisible thing is standing there.
Move close enough. Move close, like we'll run straight towards it. Our blind sight
Yeah,
will pick it up eventually.
yeah,
Cool.
Colt will like bolt towards that full speed.
Now that it's sort of been pointed out to you, you do notice it. It's just when you were looking around, you didn't see it.
Mm.
Do we
Yeah.
get to claw at it?
Do I
I
get to
will.
punch it?
I'll just pop it there. There are two things. And you guys are relatively about here. The rat about here. And Colt is about here.
Do you want us
Let's
to?
roll up some initiatives.
Sure. There was a Kato on the map, right? Yeah, there we are.
Kato is on the map.
just because it's easier to roll it on my own
Yeah, yeah.
token. Because that way I don't like lose it when I change out of it.
Would Steve be with them?
Steve,
Did
I believe, was trying to sleep.
Steve, I believe, is trying to sleep. He is like very exhausted.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Steve was one of the exhausted people.
Yeah.
Cool. So he reacts very quickly and is going to.
Is this him taking his first turn of combat?
Yes.
I got 27.
Oh, you're right. Dang, I didn't see that. You're up first.
It's okay.
You,
It's okay. It's
you,
that D4 I have to roll as well. It just takes an
you,
extra bit of time. Ironically,
you see him. Well, you see the grass, like stamped down in a strange way.
which one of these is it stamped weirdly at? If either of them at all, or
Both.
whereabouts is both? So both of them have it. Oh, one. I know what that is, but Colt won't know what that is. Or I have an idea of what that might be. Colt is just going to try and punch each one of them and see if either of them react differently. Or try.
Which, which one do
you-
you punch first?
This boy? Question mark. Don't know why you say question mark.
You're attacking this boy.
Yes.
Sure. Roll to hit.
Yeah,
Cool.
21.
You punch that boy. And that boy poofs into shadows.
And the second one,
Cool.
24.
Punching that boy. That boy is hit by that attack.
On save.
Gonna roll his little con save. Boop. 17.
It's fucking. If it matches, it goes to the defender, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, he passes.
Damn
He
it.
doesn't succeed.
Yeah, that's a succeed. I'll just try again.
Oh,
Just-
sorry, you have disadvantage against him because he's invisible.
No, you don't, because you have blind sight.
I have blind
Oh yeah,
sight.
no, he does have
I have-
blind sight. You're right.
I have blind.
That
I have blind sight, and my onslaught ability grants me advantage. That's a 14.
you are correct. The 14 misses.
Damn.
Your next attack.
25.
That's
again.
gonna hit. That's definitely gonna hit.
Con save.
Come on. Nice.
Damn. Oh shit! I've
Also-
just noticed the +5. Damn it.
Also, I would like to ask for you to make your con save for holding on to whatever spells he's concentrating
There
on.
is
just
that
in
as
case.
well. Yeah,
That's
there is
true. He does need to make 2 con saves for his spells, which he
Both of those
succeeds on
pass,
both.
yeah.
that. What is the DC for
It-
con saves for spells?
It's
10.
half the damage or 10,
Which-
whichever is higher.
10, right?
So basically, just 10. Yeah, I beat 10, and he succeeded.
All right. At least Colt's now like hitting something solid. He goes, "Hey, found one that at least seems real." That's turn.
Cool.
Colt's been doing that the whole ever since he turned up. He's like, "Oh," he says it and then turns on and goes, "Oh wait, yeah." I keep forgetting.
He casts a thing and disappears.
Do you mean teleports, or do you mean ceases to be visible? Because then he's still visible.
Disappears.
Like Cold still tries to go and punch him, and then he just goes and just disappears, and he's like, "Ah, damn it!"
And then him and some goblins need to fight each other.
Can you throw me my goblins?
Hang on a second. Just have to remove the spell slot I used real quick.
Can we hear the fighting? Can we hear the goblins making commotion and like
Not
swinging their staffs, shooting arrows and shit?
Not really. There's a loud river in the way, several walls, and an entire spaceship.
Yeah.
Rock and,
I was
Rock
gonna
and
say.
Steve probably
I was
will
gonna
wake
say.
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Colt is when he sees that this guy disappears. We did see him physically last time, didn't we? And like, kind of, but not really identified him as the source of all the problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Colt would know that, so he
Mhm.
would be thinking, "Shit, all of our friends are still in there asleep," and would start bolting in towards the city. As I get closer, would that give me like
Uh,
a better chance at a perception check to hear where the fighting's coming from or anything like that?
You'll have to restore the turn order so we know when we get to go for that to matter.
There.
he rolls initiative. The goblins roll initiative. They do get to move first, though, because he's
Oh.
teleported in on his turn effectively.
Are we able to roll
Also,
initiative
we
for
get
this as well?
I get to move next.
You're not sure where he's gone.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
point is
but
we've
I'm
been
sprinting
moving
towards
home
the
after he
town, though.
disappeared just in
True.
case.
Please roll initiative, Colt, and also Graham.
I
and
have a
the
20
rat.
initiative.
Sure.
I'm going next. Colt has a 27 initiative.
Please roll to put yourselves back on the initiative tracker then.
We have to roll a new one.
Yeah.
Deleting our initiative.
And I'll just
tracker.
change it to what it was before.
Yes, I've rolled initiative. I got a 0.
Oh, change it. Roll a new one. Change
Yeah.
it to what it was before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it's already there then.
On initiative 0, Steve wakes up.
Cool. So the goblins do anything before anyone gets a chance to do anything.
Is
they
Kato next?
And the goblins will.
There and 70, 65 into here.
This
I can get
goblin's
that
actually going to
far.
go wake up Croc and Steve so they get to act on this round. Then the other goblin is going to try and stab this boy. Why is Scutley boy moved? He's
Because
still
that
where
my
he
turn.
was.
No, I'm not.
Oh, alright,
You
fair
missed
enough.
my turn. Because you teleported with your turn, and then it's my turn, and then it's the goblin's turn.
Sure. Oh, Croc has added his initiative again. And then goblins do things. So this goblin will attempt to stab this guy. And yeah. And he misses. And then it's Snacks who gets to do some stuff. Then it's other goblin who did his thing already. Steve, you've been woken up by a goblin.
Steve is not happy. Steve is angry. Steve will rage. And how far would he be able to reach Wizardy Boy from his current position?
You would be able to you would be able to get over there easily. Yeah.
The goblins are all like, "If you're so angry, there's somebody out there for you to murder.
Steve,
Do
Steve,
your thing."
Steve is angry, so he's raging. So I need to move. Steve will two-handed longsword swipe at Wizardy Boy.
Sure. That's gonna
He
hit.
he will smite.
Oh wait, he's invisible, and you don't have blind sight. Please roll with disadvantage. You miss Wizardy Boy.
Second attack,
Do it again. Remember to roll with disadvantage.
20.
Wizardy Boy is casting shield.
And that's Steve's turn.
Colt. You gotta
Right,
run
um, because
there.
we've rolled a new initiative, I have Onslaught active again, which doubles my movement speed, and then I can Step with the Wind as well, which gives me 240 feet worth of movement.
Cool.
So it's 55 to the bridge, and then 55 to the bridge, and then that
I will
gives
say that
me
this entrance to the city
195 left.
I will say that this entrance to the city is no longer feasible to go through because a ship is crushing it.
What? This one? Or the other
Yes.
one?
The
Wait,
the
We
one that
ended
is in
through
front
there
of the
though.
Scorpion
Just go
has been
through.
crushed by a ship.
Just
You
go
could
through the
you
goblin
could
entrance.
you could go
Yeah,
through
but
you could walk
yeah,
through
but
the
I
base.
have the monk wall running, so couldn't I parkour off of the wall of this building and leap over the wall?
You could run up the wall and then down the wall the other side and run like you could run through like up, over, down. I'll say it adds like that much to your run. You could do like and then run around the ship over this house
I should actually be further round. 'cause
Is
I
like
and then
is
get
this
to
area
here.
here? Is this area here like parts of the ship that I can just like wall run onto? Or is it like just this whole square is just blocked off?
The square is basically where the ship is crushed. There's a big ship there.
Right.
You
How
could
how
theoretically
do
run up over. You could run up and over the ship, but yeah, I guess. So adds yay to run up ship, and you could make it to the top section of the ship and then jump off it and be here.
and then freaking slow fall off it? Yeah,
Sure.
sure, I'll do that.
Cool. It's
So
It's a 55-foot drop off the top of where the ship is.
that's fine. I can slow fall that.
All of it?
Doing maths. I think I might take that. I think.
This is
Yeah,
true.
I can like be still running on the wall and then activate it like just after I jump because I think I would only take like 5 feet worth of it if I was like being really pedantic.
and
But again,
5 feet
if we
doesn't have.
like,
It's
there
fine.
you go, there you go. It's just at the limit of what my slow fall is currently at because 9 levels in monk.
Fair
But
enough. You land safely on the ground, like there.
but I still have like that. We measured that at 230, didn't we?
230 was here. 235 is there. You could be here at
I'm
240.
I'm within punching range.
You can stand right next to where he is.
Yeah, I'm within punching range. It's like the fighting started, and then it's like a since he's like jumped like ran slash jumped over the whole ship. It's essentially like a lightning strike right next to the wizard. Just hi,
This
remember me?
You got here quickly.
Yep, it's what I do. Now I also do this. Punch.
Fair enough. Go for your punches.
Nat 20.
Jeez, okay, yeah.
I'm a con save him again. I know he's got a +5, but I'm like, damn it. You get stunned. Oh, sod it.
Not today.
Get punched some more.
Kinder concentration.
Yes, I will
And-
roll his concentration, and takes 11 more damage. And it's gonna hit again.
Ah, that last one sucked.
This one misses.
That's everything I can do. Lands like a lightning bolt. Boom. Hey, remember me? Smack.
He's kind of hurt. Then he disappears.
I punched him so hard he ceased to exist. Yes.
He did cease to exist. Probably.
Times is he gonna have to like disappear and retreat before he like decides that maybe
Oh.
talking is the better option?
I was gonna say like
Technically, he was just.
I was gonna say it can't be cheap on magic zipping around this much.
It's like a 4th level slot ago.
It is a 4th level slot to Dimension Door.
So that's 2 times he's done that now.
2 times that plus he's got greater invisibility on.
Yeah, so his great invisibility is 4th, isn't it?
This is true.
So
But
yeah,
He
so
must be very
But
higher level slot.
my character won't know that.
like he's burning a lot to do this.
Yeah, he's burning the candle at both ends, fighting all of us. It's not smart, ironically, for a wizard.
Cool. Then it's Croc.
That wizard guy that threw a dragon out of yesterday's back. He's attacking the town. By himself, which is not smart, but that's what he's doing. Don't. Well, I just punched him out of existence. Dot, 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 dot. Or he's invisible again. He keeps turning invisible, but I can see that. But just keep an eye out for any like dust moving or anything like that.
There's a lot of dust going around the very angry Steve.
Maybe not that one.
So what does Croc do other than just ask questions? Roll perception. Okay. Damn, man, you really did that. You see somebody, or you don't see. It's not what you see; it's what you don't see. You see some like, you see that the door that was that led into the base has been maneuvered slightly, as if opened and then closed again.
I'd be wary of anything that looks out of the ordinary, since he's messing with our senses.
Let's go.
Can
Yep.
Colt look at like the area where it where the door looks like it's changed? Because he's thinking, if the guy's invisible, I will see him there.
Kato moves a bit more. There's a big scorpion.
Yeah, so I'm
Gobble.
gonna go. Can you just move me the 80 towards the entrance, that like through the entrance and into the ship? Like I'm just trying to.
Sure, I will do that. Scoots through over here, around here. You can like scuttle over to there, and you should be able to arrive back at the ship. Yeah, next turn.
Okay.
Gobbo is gonna go and investigate. Let's see if this goblin like actually does something super useful. Is the goblin MVP? No, the goblin isn't MVP. He looks around but you can't seem to find anything. Snacks. Gobbo number 2 also gonna see if he can find some stuff. Can Gobbo number 2 do it? Oh, Gobbo
Ouch.
number 2 absolutely thinks that he saw something running this way outside the ship. He's convinced of it. Steve?
Which door was it that we saw being moved?
Croc saw this door being moved by something, and then the goblin said, "There's something over there."
Steve will move up to here and look at this door.
Cool. Roll perception.
At 11. That's not going to work.
You don't really find anything either. Colt.
Right, what would be the range to just wall one up and stand on top of the ship? Is the ship like perfectly like square ship? Because I've been imagining it as a sort of like oval this whole time.
It's not perfectly square, but that's the area that it's devastated massively, and that it means that you can't go there essentially. It's 170.
Right, that would just be easy to get in the middle, but if I'm like and wall running like not necessarily sprint, I don't think I need to. Oh wait, I don't know how you like made
It's
it look like
just
130.
the
Whatever.
height. It's the height of the ship. The extra movement was for getting up the ship and through
Yeah,
its
yeah,
various
so that would be
crushy bits.
130 to get up there. I can still step with the wind up there and get up there.
Yeah, yeah. It is
So
130.
he's gonna get off the arrow thing, step with the
Cool.
wind up on top of the ship, and for the purposes of perception, like he's trying
Make
to
make a
like
perception
look at the
check.
law of the land and see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Make a perception check.
Damn it,
Cool.
13. I'm
Ratatatata.
guessing I can't see anything wrong.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. Cool. Now something is seen by everybody who ship near good at all. It's your good old friend Blob.
Is this
Blob
magical
appears.
darkness or is this tangible?
It is beneath where you are, like
That's-
massively. It's
So, so
roughly forming at the base of the tree. And it grows to about oh, there we go. Grows to about yay big. It's beneath where you are, you notice a big black aura appearing.
cool.
Cool. Crocodoc. The inside of the ship is very dark all of a sudden. You could. You'd probably kill all the goblins inside. Sure, you could do it. Okay. Roll perception. Cool. You hear... It's very odd. You hear lots of things coming from inside of the big black orb of doom. It sounds like lots and lots of voices coming from various points inside it. But you do hear some very faint breathing intermixed in between that, close to its center, but not exactly at its center. What do you do? Sure. Kato, big magic blob, unknown happening.
How far away from it am I?
You are currently... You're 50 foot away, but that's like through the ship. If you wanted to get to like where the entrance of the ship is, and then like
There are a
into the
bunch of
goblin...
entrances though, because we made a bunch of entrances for the goblin stuff.
True. I suppose if you were a goblin, you could cut in and get in pretty quickly.
Can a scorpion not fit through things? That forces
It
it?
can't fit through the medium doors that... nor can it fit through the small goblin doors. No, it could squeeze through the large doors. But it
Basically,
could
I
not...
think I can end up just a bit here, right?
Yeah.
With my movement. Does
Yeah.
my blind sight see anything through that?
You see swirling masses of shadows. It's very complicated, whatever it is. The interior of it seems to be strange in some way. It's confusing.
Does this look like it's the same thing that happened earlier on the outsidey bit?
Similar, definitely.
Cool, cool. So I know this is like a 6th level spell or higher.
Can presumably.
Because I cast a 5th level dispel magic and I needed to roll.
It's true.
I think I have to just become myself and try and like dispel it again.
Fair enough. So you're gonna
Become
dispel it.
reject Scorpion, become Kato.
Fair enough. So you're gonna dispel it?
Make a wisdom check. Try and roll well. Fingers crossed. Nope, bad roll.
Does not dispel. Gobbo asks what it should do, Kato. Turns to you for advice.
Prepare to find a new home.
It runs away.
Get the others and get them ready to like stay back and follow orders.
Snackaroo?
But yeah, sorry. Kato will also like shout to the rest of them that this is a pretty high level spell. If anyone else can also dispel it, like we should try and do it.
Other goblin asks Kato similar things, but is just like runs with other goblin essentially. Steve.
Steve will say, should I just go in and try and kill the bastard?
You do what you want, buddy.
Steve will try and walk into the center of the darkness
You got it.
and try and slash at whatever's in the middle.
Steve walks into the darkness. He does not. He does not. He disappears. Steve, you're in a strange place on the floor. Seemingly,
And
you've just woken up. Anyway, getting back to the previous thing. Colt, what are you doing? Steve ran in, slashing his sword.
Anyone other than Steve still in this orb, or is everybody other than Steve out? Was there anybody inside here associated with us when it was cast, or is it just cast inside the ship at the base of the tree, and then Steve goes running in?
Steve has gone running in. Yo, give me a history check. Actually, no. You know
No.
that all the goblins, I think, are out.
Right. Since Colt was only able to make it to this side of the ship, he's going to look at the north coast. Because like it's a magical thing. He can't punch magic, so he's going to try and find the source. Because he's thinking back to that illusory dragon yesterday, thinking, "Where's the
Looking,
source?
looking
Where's the
over.
lamb source?" Sorry,
So are you just looking around then again?
still trying to find the source or perception? Question mark.
Sure. Off, like way in the distance, several feet off this map, you see this guy.
Let's say that's a nat 20 in perception. Oh wait, no, that's a night.
You
Never mind.
you see this guy very far away, like several hundred feet off the map.
Oh, so he's just straight up legging it.
Yeah, he disappeared and reappeared very far away. He's I think. Well, let's check.
Roughly
He,
how
he's
far?
he's
Like
about
100 feet.
he's about 300 feet off the map.
Ah, twat. I could catch him, but that
He's,
would be it. That's literally all I could do.
he's also no longer invisible. He's just off the map very far.
He's just like, that was a dumb idea. I could catch him quite easily,
do it.
but that would be my turn though.
Yeah, but then you're standing next to him. How
Right,
many times can he run away from you?
Yeah, exactly. Like I've got 60 feet of movement. If I dash, action surge, and step with the wind, that's 120, 240, 360 movement. So I could easily way overtake him. So I'm gonna burn a key point and an action surge and just lightning bolt right up past him and then stop in front of him and go, "You might as well stop running. I can do that all day." Bluff.
Bluff spends a bunch of stuff. Give me an give me an intimidation. You might scare this guy.
With my +1. 17.
He looks pretty scared of you.
What is it with this wizard of being scared of the characters that I make? I would roll the grapple, but I can't because of rules.
Yes.
I guess that's my turn. That's all my actions burned up.
Cool.
So he's standing in the wizard's way, blocking his path, and it's just like stalwart, arms crossed, going, "You can't get away."
Ratata. When you look at the blackness, the rat immediately knows that this isn't really blackness. It's different from normal magical darkness or darkness. It's a strange thing because the rat can't see through it. So it's the rat knows it's clearly not darkness. Cool. Gets just a little bit bigger. Boop. Kato. You wake up in a strange place. So does Snacks. But I think Croc is just fine. But
Hello.
He was
Uh,
in PS
hey,
to
oh,
sleep.
you're in a weird place. You've just woken up, as if like from a dream. Steve is there.
Ah,
Hang on, I'll just pop this there. 1 second. There we go. Okay.
did I see the bubble expanding and now I've woken up in a dream?
Possibly.
Cool,
You're unsure.
cool,
And oh yeah, also Snacks is also there.
cool.
Snacks is also chilling.
So whose turn is it?
Hang on. It's Croc's turn. Snacks and Kato are inside thing. Croc, the rat looks like it's scared of that weird thing. You're gonna try and dispel it, okay? Go for it. Although when Kato went in, you did see that it's different somehow. It seems like the properties of it were changed. Ah, okay, you try to dispel it and fail. The properties of this thing are different when Kato entered into it. It seems it's become weirder. Croc runs away. The two goblins also run away. Colt? He um on his turn when you were with him, he did uh
What did he cast on us?
he he cast it
What
looked
saving
like
throw do I need to do?
it looked like he moved his hands weirdly. And now there's two of them. Both of them try and run away. Which do you attack, left or right?
And I'll let Orange Jesus decide. Odds left, evens right. Odd left.
You punch the person on the left. Roll to hit. You at least try.
16.
You miss the person on the left, and both of them run in opposite directions of each other. And when one of them, when the person on the left gets within outside of 10 feet of you, they are invisible again. Well, they were invisible, but are now invisible and outside of your range
Yeah,
of
I know that
visibility.
I know that's why they are looking invisible.
Yeah,
Eh,
they appear invisible and are somewhere nearby.
but I do have that much in movement, so I can give chase and still hit them.
True.
And I still and
The
I still
other
have
one- the other one is still visible and is in the and
yeah.
is
So I'm going
as
after.
as around.
I'm going to pursue the one that turned invisible, and once they like because I am much faster than him, or I assume I must be surely. That as soon as he becomes visible, I shall try to attack again. Yes.
Sure. On your turn, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to use some of my movement to go and get him.
Please make a perception check because you don't know where he is.
He runs in that direction and then
Yeah, he
immediately
runs
becomes
in that
visible.
direction, and once he gets within
Cool.
10 feet, if he does, you'll see him again.
You run in that direction. He's not there.
So you want us to roll perception anyway.
Yes.
Alright, Colt, roll high. You've been doing it a fair bit today. 22.
Cool. You notice some grass being weird. It's you can assume what he did was run away from you and then immediately turn right and run forwards.
Yeah, because I'm looking at like the footprints in the grass.
Yeah.
I shall aim for just above that then with a punch.
You catch up to him
Yeah,
and
so I've still got like 40 feet of movement still to use yet.
roll an attack.
Come on, get him. 25.
You hit him.
He will have to roll a con save, but that's not for stunning strike. That's just to maintain the spell.
Well, he disappears. You attack him and he turns into nothing but a pile of snow.
It's a simulacrum.
Bolt is confused. Uh, can I insight that to see if Court puts together like if he's been faked out or if the real
Uh,
one was the one that was still visible?
you can roll Arcana to know if you know how the spells that are being used work.
I highly doubt I'll do it anyway.
You know the
15.
other one. Sure. 15. You know enough to think that you have destroyed a simulacrum of this guy. You've heard that sometimes wizards can make like
Hobbies.
spell duplicates of themselves sometimes, and you think you've destroyed that.
Hmm.
Uh, the illusion is gone. It disappears when the simulacrum dies.
Does the giant ball of death die when go when the
No,
simulacrum?
that's still there.
How far can a simulacrum can, like, I'm not saying that Colton knows this, but a simulacrum can, it doesn't matter how far away it goes from the host, is that right? Or from the
Uh,
creator?
yeah,
It literally,
it
so the
it does.
creator could literally be in
It
like
it's
another
basically
continent.
this is true. The creator could be literally anywhere. Yes.
That like snowy, icy stuff, does that like actually melt or disappear when Cold picks some of it up, or is it just
No,
like
it's real
sludge?
snow. It's just sludgy snow because it's not. It's in a very hot place. So
Oh, so
yeah,
if Cold picks it up, it'll melt and it'll disappear.
it doesn't disappear. It'll turn into water. It's actual snow. It's just hot around here, so it is kind of
Colt will
sludgy.
just have to explain it. By the time he gets back to the ship, it'll have dried. I was thinking about like scooping some of it up and then taking it to,
No,
taking it to everybody else, and then just going, "Well, that's what's left of him." But
his clothes are there.
I'll take them then.
Cool. Rat.
Is his spell still there?
His spell. There's no spell book there.
No, like spell the black orb. Well, I
Oh
suppose Colt wouldn't know, but
no. Well, the black orb is still there, but there's no like spell book, and his spells all the spell that he was concentrating on immediately disappeared when he died. The black orb does not.
which was the illusion copy.
Yeah.
Can Colt see from where he is, which yes, granted is like a sodding long way away. If can he still see the blackness, or is it like too obscured?
It's inside the ship. You can't see it yet.
Right. I've used quite a fair bit of my movement. I'll use a little bit of it to start heading back. Like I can't dash or anything, so it'll be like 30 feet of movement coming back. I've got to like
That
start
reminds
going back.
that reminds me. This expands. Uh, cool. You see the top of the orb. Just poking out the top of the ship.
Right. As Cole's going to be running back, but as he does, he's going to be keeping an eye out for the telltale signs that he's been saying the whole time, like moving grass bushes that are like bent in ways that they shouldn't be, dust being kicked up on paths and stuff like that, thinking, well, something's making that happen.
Sure,
Running,
sure.
that's my turn.
Crocodilio. Croc does a run. Got it. The goblins are all gonna like. Ooh, that's wrong. The goblins are all gonna like. These two are gonna just run away from the thing. These two are just gonna run away from the thing. These two are gonna run away from the thing. Colt runs a little bit closer.
Still doing the fucking Forrest Gump. Can I roll perception to see if I see anything?
You can, but I can tell you now you don't.
Fair.
Gets a little bigger. You do see that the orb has definitely expanded outside of one section of the ship. And Croc, would you like to roll me a perception check? It's up to you. You think that this thing... You notice that this thing seems to be getting... Like, you would think that... looking at it, it's a bit weird, but you think it seems to be getting stronger all of a sudden? Like, as if a sudden energy source touched it,
Yep.
and it's going to
Yep.
expand very quickly soon. Rat, yeah, what's Rat doing?
Rat casts Dispel Magic.
Okay, Croc, what do you do? You gravity crystal. Okay. You and a bunch of goblins fall 500 feet. Colt, you also fall 500 feet upwards.
How am I moving? I'm on like the other. I'm on like the north side,
You don't
300
know how
feet
far the
away.
gravity crystal affects.
You do not. You guys
Uh,
do not know how far the gravity crystal affects, but you did hear that it affect. You do know that it affects a long range. Actually, you can. Croc now has a good idea. The range of the gravity crystal is about 5 miles in each direction. As you see, a bunch of very angry, confused-looking like animals that were in the forest at the time have like suddenly fallen into the air. It does, but the thing underground is underground. There, yes, this is true. You're right. I don't actually didn't think of that. Okay, cool. Croc, maybe it could be 5 miles, but it equally could be 25 miles. More stuff in the distance. You see a couple. Just it's the spiders are having a fine time though. Spiders are all okay. Just like you do see the occasional spider that was just on some sand at the time, and it's just very sad about life. Oh yeah, you see a ton of sand in the distance. Okay,
unless we can do something to save them.
goblins.
Oh crap, those guys. Oh no.
Goblins are all in the air. Colt, you're in the air.
Damn it.
Rat is with Croc in the air. Croc, you're in the air. Oh, and so you're like 500 feet away. You're about 50 feet away from where the black orb is still expanding into. Orb expands a massive amount. You all then fall an additional 500 feet up. You're 1,000 feet in the air. Unless Krolt wants to slow fall.
Oh, at 1,000 feet, that's going to do a lot.
You're not hitting anything. You're
I
just
know I
1,000
can
feet.
slow fall, but it's only going to take.
Slow falling, I
Ooh,
believe, just means that you'll hit the orb faster.
Essentially, yeah. Which I'd rather not do.
Yeah.
Slow rising. Yeah,
Slow
I don't think I'll bother.
rising.
Court is
Then
just like, what the hell's going on?
orb expands massively again. I'm just gonna be honest. This goes on until you're about 3,500 feet in the air, and the orb stops at 3,000 feet. But it does expand in terms of its range. It continues to expand in terms of its range along. It becomes more. It seems to now be expanding along the ground more.
So it's still like rounded off at the sides, but it has like a flat top and bottom.
It's not. Yeah, it's just stopped expanding up now.
But we've brought the game and we're outside of the skybox.
Croc, what do you do now that you're floating in the air with a bunch of stuff? Cool. You just like keep spinning it around. You get everybody gets quite motion sick because gravity keeps changing direction, but you are stationary. Cool. You're like clumping people together. You form because of all the sand, you can actually kind of make a sort of like little
World.
mini
Island.
asteroid kind of
I
in
assume that I assume that there's a lot of debris from the surrounding forests as well floating around.
yeah, there's a lot of like rocks and dirt and like sand mostly from the nearby desert. You do form like quite a large asteroid essentially that you can all sort of like it it's very weird. It's trying to form around you though, Croc, which means I'm a yeah, but it also means you're about to be crushed by a lot of debris as it's trying to like form around the crystal. So
I mean,
you could
he's still trying to meet you, but he's still like what 200 and odd feet away or something like that. Going to be using the dash and step of the wind, step of the literal wind in this case, to just that. Considering like the amount of rounds that have passed and me still trying to get you, I should be under
yeah,
240 feet away from you.
you you're like air swimming towards him as gravity's
Yeah,
constantly changing.
there's like rocks and like bits of trees and that he's kicking off. There's like one random tree trunk that he just wall runs along and kicks off it
Cool.
and gets all
So
the way back
you
to where this stone is, where he's like, "What the hell?"
and also a meteor is slowly forming around us as you're both slowly getting covered in sand.
Where's Kato and Steve gone? Oh no.
Although it's very weird. It's now interwoven with like purple ever since Kato went into it. It's now purple and black.
Insight? Question mark.
You can roll insight, but the orb isn't lying to you, and you don't really have a clue what's going on. I'd need an Arcana.
Well, like, I keep on like thinking of insight as in putting two and two together as well, because it's not just lie
This is
detection, if you know what I
th-
mean.
this is true, but you're not really like. There's not a really good way to know what this is doing without like having an academic knowledge of what's
Surpri-
actually going on.
To the stunned surprise of no one, Colt knows nothing about what this means. Yeah, Colt is gonna like shrug at Croc and just go, "I don't suppose any of your flying gods can help."
Croc has no idea. Maybe the rat knows.
It's a bad day when Colt knows more about magic than you.
The rat has a vague idea, but can't tell you. He squeaks at you though.
None of us speak rat.
He squeaks at you informatively.
Uh,
All right, time to
Hang
take
on a
your
minute.
first.
You,
I'm gonna give you a point. I'm gonna give you your first point of getting crushed. You take 6 damage from all the stuff forming around you. It's getting heavy.
Colt will ask, "How does that stone thing work? Is it just up, down, left, right, or does it depend how much?" It's just a. Uh, fair. What if you just turned it by a bit of an angle?
You start falling at an angle, and so does everything else. Or rising? Which angle? You start.
Colt is like,
It's
"That's good. That's good. You
important.
can.
It's
That's good. That's
very
good."
important you choose because you're either going up into space or down into the orb, or I guess like along to try and get away from the orb and land somewhere that
Yeah,
isn't orby.
yeah, that's kind of the idea I'm trying to work along. I'm like,
Cool. You,
Colt's just going, "That's good, that's good." Just get us going down, then back up a bit more, and then we'll just
you,
like slide along the ground.
you begin falling in a direction that is like parallel to the orb, so you're going towards the ground but not into the orb. The orb does eventually stop expanding once it covers about 20 miles radius.
Yeah, that's our whole town gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
no town, no general surrounding area. A good chunk of the desert is not there anymore.
I take it if we are like skimming along the ground, a lot of the debris that's with us will just be flying
Oh,
off everywhere as
there are
well.
tons of dead animals all over the place, except the ones that fell into the black inky void
Oh no.
purpley. Those ones are no longer here. And also a bunch of rocks and sand has fallen into the black
Yeah.
inky void.
Colt's like, "How do you switch this thing off?" As we're sliding, like flying horizontally along the ground at terminal velocity, I assume.
Definitely by this point. Excuse
Yep.
me for a moment, 1 second.
No, no worries.
I'm on the. I have ideas about how to get out of this predicament, but I do not feel I should be providing them.
I think Colt's shitty level of intelligence is matching my noobiness quite well in this situation.
Because like my obvious thought is like you go sideways until you're out of the area of the void, and
Which
then
is what
like
I've been
head
trying to get her to do.
downwards,
Yeah.
and then basically as you're close to the ground, turn it the other way up to basically end your momentum.
Yeah. That's
And
essentially
as
what I
you're
was
about
trying
to
to.
start falling the other way, turn it back down so you fall like 10 feet rather than several thousand.
then
Yeah.
and then immediately switch it off.
Well, no, the whole point
No,
is
but
you can do it so that your momentum's because you have to change momentum. So you effectively there's a point in your falling after you've turned it where you'll like Wile E. Coyote for a minute.
yep. I
And if
mean,
you turn it back while you're Wile E. Coyoteing, you'll have lost all the momentum you gained the first time.
it's one thing racking our brain like fuck over physics, but it's a magic stone that manipulates gravity. I think
I'm
we've got
back.
some leeway here.
Yeah,
So
but in theory, like you can if you're turning it during a fall, you have the point where gravity switches, you were going in one direction, you have to start going in the other direction.
Yep.
So like you'll Wile E. Coyote for a second, and then during the Wile E. Coyote thing, if you turn it back, you'll have lost all the momentum in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I had Colt saying when Colt was going. How about you just like turn it so that we're like just above the ground going sideways? And then I was
so
going to say
you're
before Joseph disappeared,
you're
turn it
killing your
up and then
momentum,
yeah. And
essentially.
so Colt's like, okay, turn it up and switch it off.
Croc,
He
I
doesn't know
need
how to
you
do
to
that.
make me a sleight of hand check to basically spin this crystal around the correct number of times in this very complicated sequence. Uh, you you succeed. Both you and your friend land safely on the ground
And
with a bunch of animals and also various rocks and sand
Too
not
many goblins.
being so lucky. And
it,
and
did
and definitely some smushed goblins.
oh no, did any of our goblins survive?
Your goblins are fine. They were near enough to you where Croc. They were basically like same sort of being
So,
around as Croc.
some of
Your goblins are generally
Court looks
okay.
at them sadly. He had fond memories of that town.
Uh, ooh, where are you setting down actually? How far away from the Inky Void?
Yeah, probably further away than where Court was earlier, in the other direction. You said
Cool.
you said the you said the orb was what, 5 miles wide now?
It's 20 miles radius, so it's 40 miles diameter.
40, 20 miles radius from the ship, and we were moving at
From the
terminal velocity, which I don't know what that'll be in D&D.
starting point, it's fine. You're a decent a ways away from
I'm
it.
literally about to start doing maths again.
It's chill.
Anyway, we're far away.
Yeah. So you're in a desert. The orb is within viewing range. What do you do?
What? Oh, you did tell him about the kobold, but you didn't tell him how.
Yeah. Both of you make con saves.
To stop from vomiting
Yeah,
everywhere.
to stop from vomiting everywhere because of all the like horrific
Oh wait,
vertigo you've
oh wait, Colt, you're a
experienced.
healthy boy. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Colt vomits all over the place because he's been essentially spun around like 800 times.
Oh,
Croc, please make your roll. You weren't spinning, but you kind of were spinning, but equally like it's a very bad sensation to have gravity suddenly shift direction all the time. Oh sure, you feel really sick, but aren't. You managed to keep it in. You all see a bunch of goblins vomiting all over the place. All your friends vomiting all over the shop. You also see all the animals that survived are now vomiting all over the place.
God damn it.
It's not pretty. It does not smell nice
There
around
are
here.
4 stomachs to empty with that vomit.
That's true.
The cows are not having a good day.
Very much so. Not having a good day. So what do you do? You're in the
Colt goes up to the cows and he goes, "At least you haven't been turned into burgers." Tap, pat, pat.
blah.
Anyway, he's looking at the black orb, and I was like, okay, I'm confused. Every time we hit that guy, it made his spells disappear. But now that is absolutely massive, and he must surely be in it. Or he has an unbelievably large range. I don't know, I don't do magic. Looks at you for like any expertise, if any. You
You Arcana, go for it. Oh, sorry. What hit the big thing? What? Oh, yeah, you know. You figured that out. You guys also remember
Oh,
that guy, that illusion wizard specifically had a stone that made illusions stronger. He explained it to you ages ago.
well, the kobold nicked it off him and explained it, didn't he?
This is true.
Warmox helping out from beyond the grave. Oh, well, there's surely no way that he would have known that that special machine thing was in the ground. Maybe he got engulfed in it as well. Maybe he can't. Maybe he can't turn it off? Question mark.
You notice it's getting more and more purple.
Mm, whatever that means. Can't,
It's getting more and more purple. How long do you wait there?
I mean, I know it's scary, but I kind of don't. But I really don't want to be, leaving our friends behind and our town as well. I lo- I look I low key want to poke it with a stick, even though that'll probably be the horrendous idea.
Do you want to go poke it with a stick?
Not necessarily, with kind of. He's gonna find, how come like there was all that debris earlier. He's gonna find like a really long arse branch, like the
Sure.
longest one he can find, and then just like prod that in there, and then if he feels anything tugging, he's gonna let go.
You poke the stick in. You can pull the stick back out if you so wish, and the
Yes,
stick is
is it?
unharmed or not. It's not really different anyway.
It's
You
it's right. So that's unchanged. He just drops it, right?
yeah. It is now entirely purple, and as soon as it becomes entirely purple, uh, something strange happens. Small holes open up in it around its edge. They seem to be swirly portal-looking things.
Backing up.
It hasn't grown at all. It's just gained these little portal-looking things.
Still backing up.
Sure.
Don't like not having any ranged stuff, but never mind. It's what monks are
Cool.
about.
While Kato and Croc figure what they're gonna do out, we'll cut to the other two.
Yeah, what? Cut it to inside. What's happening?
You three wake up. You're in the city. It seems undamaged.
This is wrong. I destroyed this place.
And this guy is tending to you. He says,
Which
"Oh,
guy?
best of friends." You finally awoken.
What's my health currently?
Whatever it was before you came in.
Do I recognize this person?
Yeah, he's that wizard.
I'll stand up.
He seems to be like tending to you. He seems very concerned that you were like unconscious.
Who are you and why are you doing this?
Well,
And
I'm your friend. Don't you remember
tell,
me?
tell me why I shouldn't kill you.
Because I'm your friend. Remember? You guys
No,
helped me save my family from that big. Well, you helped save family from the evil government. Big Dragon helped you guys. That whole thing. Remember it?
I
That's
remember
not.
no such thing.
I remember your family dying because there was a evil zombie mind flayer thing.
Oh, but you guys saved my family. Remember?
I remember we were unable to save anybody and one of our party members died.
Nah,
Give
I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. I do remember Mox tragically dying though. That was sad.
Yes,
I
that was very sad that he ended up pasted on a wall.
He he didn't end up pasted on a wall. He was executed.
what kind of insanity is this?
Where do you think we are?
We're in Dayfall. It's a wonderful little town. We just reclaimed it.
After what?
There was the whole like this planet is super evil and was a big like evil corrupt. It was like run by an evil corrupt, very technically advanced government. We came in with these guys and like helped take back parts of it. We've just sort of like retaken this town.
We've just kind of destroyed the entire town with a spaceship.
What are you guys talking about? You never did that. You just saved this place.
In fact, I remember fighting a version of you.
Sounds like you had one crazy dream. Hey, Snacks.
I'll
Snacks.
give you.
Snacks sees a lot of like soldiers wandering around the town, and it looks like all the trees and plants around here look freshly planted.
I'll give you a crazy dream if you don't explain what's going on. Look, there was this orb thing inside of this crushed spaceship that we destroyed half the town with.
I don't know anything about this. You guys just suddenly passed out. Also, you're usually calm.
I'm not usually calm. I like to murder shit.
That's very weird.
You're weird.
Snacks notices that the town is like wrong. Yes, it's like it's all familiar. All the buildings are here, but they've been built in like a different way to how they
Oh.
usually are.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
hello?
Hello.
Okay, my Discord died entirely. I'm
Oh
back.
rip. Oh yeah, Lawrence.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
small campfire.
Um, Fireball!
Yeah, that's our best friend.
Fireball!
You guys remember Fireball?
Fireball! Fireball! I have no fucking clue what this thing is.
It's Fireball.
Fireball! Fire- Fireball!
Hey, he's our little friend Fireball. He's great.
Like Mr. Wizard person.
Yes.
Before I get angry and start trying to kill things, you seem to be a relatively clever person.
Oh, I wouldn't like to brag or anything.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're not actually. It seems like we've been teleported here somehow by some kind of weird magic shit that I don't understand. Do you know of anything ever at all, no matter how weird it might sound, that would look like a big orb of darkness and also teleport people to another parallel universe where everybody's friendly and all fucked up?
No.
Do you know anybody that deals with that kind of thing?
Like some sort of
No.
illusion where a person could live out a reality where their family didn't all die.
No, I don't really remember that.
Because I'm stuck.
Kato, uh, you do notice something, Kato. Uh, there's a bright light coming from. I assume you have like a backpack, or do you have like pockets that you keep stuff in?
I have like a backpack and side pockets and stuff.
Cool. From your backpack, there's like a glowing thing.
Okay, I will take out glowy thing.
It's that mirror that you got.
I
Uh,
will.
when you look through the mirror, it doesn't give you a reflection of yourself. It looks like it shows it looks like it shows a weird black and purple place that just looks like really hellish and evil and torturous. There are like it looks like it's made of your personal nightmares and also like a bunch of other like thinking about your friends, you'd think, oh yeah, that person would really hate that. It's like that kind of a hellscape is through the mirror.
Do I have any clue what this means?
Roll Arcana.
I will
I
do
help.
if it lets me.
I will help.
I will be talking this through to see if anyone can help. Does that give me advantage if I'm talking it through with them?
Sure. The
I
wizard will like help you out, and Steve can help you out, so you can have advantage.
It's still only an 11.
You don't really know what's going on. You
can
think
Steve,
that the mirror is magic and weird.
can Steve try
I'd be like, Wizard boy, what do you see in this mirror?
can Steve
Hellscape. It's very bad looking.
can Steve try and have a go?
Sure, you can roll Arcana. Wizard can also roll Arcana.
Say that Steve has
Snacks can roll Arcana. Go Snacks before Wizard. Because Snacks might. True. Snacks looks at it and looks like you might have a vague idea, but not really. The fireball knows what's going on. Commune this fireball.
Fireball, 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 fireball.
The wizard looks at this, is gonna make an Arcana check. He's like, maybe it's like a weird reflection of another dimension. I don't know. It's very strange.
Yeah, so we got sucked into a purple swirly, black swirly void, and then we're here.
Man, that must have been one crazy dream.
No, that was reality.
Yeah, that's where we came from.
Look,
In our reality, you betrayed us to a big dragon to try and get us turned into slaves.
Yeah.
oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, we had agreed to help save your family, and then you betrayed us, and then your family got killed while we were being taken as slaves.
Oh, that sounds like that's a sucky reality.
We may be from alternate realities.
Oh. Well, you still seem friendly enough.
Well, we didn't mean to do any harm, but you've been trying to kill us for the past like couple days.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, alternate reality me is a dick?
Yeah, he keeps blaming us for his family dying when like we
Yeah.
kind of had agreed to help, and then he like betrayed us, and it's really weird, and we don't know why he feels that way.
That's
Apart
No.
from maybe the fact that like a rat tried to eat his balls.
that's rough, buddy. Also, what?
Yeah, it
But
was like
don't,
I think the rat's
don't,
possessed by something.
but don't worry.
That's very strange. Who do you what? Who do you think replaced the rat? Fireball replaced the rat.
Fireball, fireball.
Now, if you were trapped in an alternate reality and wanted to escape, how would you go about doing it?
Yes. And don't worry, I will kill your alter ego person from the other dimension when I meet him next.
Let's just ignore that statement.
Mildly worrying, but
Let's just ignore that that statement happened and just pretend everyone here is very friendly.
I'd probably talk to someone who knew more about like planar travel magic,
Hmm. Do
like
you
Can you
know of anyone
like
here that like
a
that?
strong conjurer. Well, I do know this. I know this one person who's like really well connected. They could probably find someone.
I Kato thinking about this goes, I wonder what my magic like foretelling.
Are you looking at your paper? He did die. Yeah.
Paper says and just looks at the paper.
Oh, you
I love
look at
this
the
character again.
paper. The paper. When you look at the paper is like it's. Give me an intelligence check when you look at the paper.
Oh god,
I
really?
will help him. I will help.
I don't know how much you can help my brain not hurt too much. I've clicked it.
Oh no, Graham's internet has just is dying. It's
Uh,
not got much time left.
I click.
It came
Ki-
through.
Kato is a little confused when
Uh,
he looks at the paper. But you can sort of tell that like the paper seems to give it seems to not really be able. It just keeps posting like random letters, sometimes backwards, like or flipped around, and then often question marks. It looks like it's having a meltdown.
Uh, okay. I touch the mirror and see if I can go through it.
You touch. How do you touch the mirror?
I poke it with my finger
Where do you poke it? Along the rim or just like on the flat
in the
edge?
center of the mirror.
You poke the mirror and nothing happens.
I poke the edges of the mirror.
Nothing really happens. But you do, every time you poke the mirror or touch the mirror, you get a strong feeling of torment.
Torment.
Yep.
Orban.
Uh,
That's the kind of feeling you get. Cool.
I'm like, okay, take us to this well-connected person. I need out of this schmaltzy, happy reality. Where's my goblin friends? Where's the tribe? I need to get back to them.
Cool.
You got
Well,
messed up.
he's gonna take you to a place. Cuts
He's got
back
to
to
he's got to get back to reality where he can pretend to like murdering stuff and actually just be friendly to everyone.
cuts to Croc and Colt.
It's the two guys who don't know a lot about magic trying to figure out what this orb is.
There's a
None of
big
us
orb.
know a lot about magic. That's the problem.
There's a big orb. It's got a
Mhm.
lot of weird portals. It went purple.
Well, the stick didn't get like damaged or frozen or anything, or stuck or dragged in or anything. So it's not dragging things in. It's not damaging it. It doesn't damage like organic living things. So is it really dangerous? Court looks at you like that sounds mean. Good-
All the goblins look like they would be unable to resist anything you do to them because they're all too busy vomiting. This would be a problem, but luckily every single other predator is also busy vomiting, so it's all fine.
Yeah, because you suggested it, but because Court doesn't want to like be a dick to anybody, you just like throw them in. Cole actually like takes out his grappling hook. Do we see that thing coming?
No, that's just
No,
me
that's
messing about.
Lawrence
It's just
being
you
Lawrence.
be it's just Lawrence being Lawrence. Cole pulls out his
Yeah.
grappling hook and then like wraps it around himself, like hooking it onto the hook on his waist. Hands crock the rope and say, if you feel a tug, start pulling."
Cool. Are you
He-
going into the purple?
I don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna like dive in. He's gonna like put in a hand first, or
Uh,
try to put a hand in
you can put a hand in successfully, and
and pull it out, and it doesn't like drag
you,
us or damage
you
us.
yeah, you put a hand in and can pull the hand out.
You I close my eyes and put my face through it, hoping that blind sight can see something.
When you put your face through it, you don't see anything behind you, and you are in a really like it's it looks like this place has been devastated by like over industrialization, essentially. It looks like this place has been exploited terribly.
It looks like the town if we never turned up.
Um no, it's much worse than that. There are like factories
Yeah, that's
pumping
what I
out
mean.
smog and stuff.
It looks like if we didn't turn up and the people who were here before were allowed to do their thing,
No,
essentially.
because as
Or is it
well there
worse
are
than
all
that?
there's also like advanced technology around this place. Like these factories are not like they don't look like the sort of thing that the weird machine would have made. They look like the result of a spacefaring civilization showing up and taking all of the natural resources of this place.
It's like a futuristic version of Hartlepool.
But
I'm not a Geordie from Hartlepool.
that's what you see through
Uh,
there.
Paul's face out really is that the croc. He goes, "Well, good news is I can see inside it.
Although
Bad news is what I'm looking at."
in the distance, you do see a place that is not clouded by smog. It's very far away though.
Describe the place.
You can't really see it because there are like many hills in the way, mainly of sand and ash. But you do see that there's a place where the clouds have parted and like light is shining down, and you you can't really see it much better than that.
Hmm.
You do see that there's like the occasional ship. There's like a ship hovering around there that is painted blue, and it
Hmm.
has Project Peace written on the side of it. In brilliant white letters.
Yeah, again, Colt like pulls his face out and relays out the croc. Goes, well, I might not need to go in all the way. I can see inside it, but I'm not sure what I'm looking at. It looks completely different to anything I've seen on this planet so far. You want to look? It's not dangerous. There's a great big ship there with peace on the side, writ big. Well, Colt will like take the rope and like swap it over on you, like just in case.
You see the same thing I described before. It's a wasteland sucked of all its natural resources by an advanced civilization. And in the distance, there is one area about 20 miles away that has light.
No, it doesn't show us where our friends are at all. I grant that, but at least it didn't just immediately shred us to bits, which is what I was worried about. Hmm. Yes.
Sure, you two have a nice
Let's
little.
let's meditate on what we're going to do with this information, because
You
I
two
think it'd
have
be fool. Actually, yeah, we
an.
could just give the rope to all the goblins and then, like, tie it to ourselves and then just keep and like explore.
Do you want to do that?
Sound like a plan, Croc? Granted, yes, it did look like quite a desolate place. But but our friends might be in there though. Yeah, that's a good idea. Looking at the portal things, thinking they look like windows, kind of.
Do you run along?
Yeah, we'll have a wander around and see if the image changes. Well,
Uh,
Colt will.
you're. It looks like you're. It looks like you're slightly away from where you were before. It looks like you were there along a line. Essentially, it looks like you're at the perimeter of a circle, moving around. Essentially, it would take you guys ages, and you'd have to like
If you
swim through many bits of it.
if you piggyback on
And
Colt, you might get somewhere.
and also cross like the desert, but yes, you could theoretically go all the way around.
Oh
Do
wait,
you,
yeah, it's just occurred to me we're like miles away from where our friends were.
you are.
We would have a bit of a walk.
Do you
As
do
long
that?
as you don't let us get to terminal velocity again, yeah, let's. That's a good idea. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious as well, but you're right, it's probably not the best idea. If that is a whole nother world in there, that could piss them off. Who turned off gravity? Us. Mm, mm. Field trip.
See,
You cut
What?
out. You cut out there, mate.
the goblin say, "Is that where the boss is?"
Maybe.
All the goblins jump in.
Oh well, I guess we're doing this now. They did have our lifeline.
You now have their lifeline.
Yeah, if they're holding on.
We're coming, boss. Yeet. Are you holding
My
on? Are you holding on to like a rope that you've given them?
Yeah, because that's like got his grappling hook and
You
everything on
see
it.
the rope begins to tug. Can you make a strength check, Colt?
He's kind of torn. He's kind of torn at the moment. He's kind of like we probably should because our friends are in there, but we probably kind of shouldn't because we don't know what we're walking into.
Do you want to make a strength
I'm
check?
doing the strength. It's
Cool,
8.
cool. Well, you know, it's
Two.
the goblins working together pull you through. You fall into the purple as
Yeah,
the
as he starts getting
several
pulled by all of the goblins, he like
as
turns to Croc going, "I guess
all
we're doing this now."
as all the goblins are like attached to the rope and just running forward.
Yeah, Colt is a strong boy, but he's not like a dozen goblins strong. Tug of war, 12
Croc,
versus 1.
Croc. Okay, Colt, you and the goblins are now in this wasteland. The goblins are like charging forwards to where they think the boss should be. They have a long journey ahead of them.
Or we'll just stay with them, just make sure that they're not getting like murderized by the locals.
Cool.
Because he's kind of like, I kind of didn't want to do this, but I kind of do think our friends are in here, so
You guys begin your journey. It'll take you a while to get to the light area.
we've got a few miles yet.
Yep. Rock.
And now that he's prioritizing the safety of others over his own.
It'll basically take you guys a day, but you'll manage to get to where the other people are. Or should be, anyway. You'll get to the bright area. What does Croc do? He's like
How long?
sitting there and waiting and like.
How long
Okay,
do
5 minutes go past. What does Croc do? Sure. Cool. We'll cut to the other group. Other team. The wizard has led you to a familiar-looking spaceship that's parked in a field.
What
Fireball,
does the spaceship
fireball.
look like?
It looks like it's red. It looks like it belonged to that one wizard that you went on the survey mission with.
Fireball.
And a large dragon greets you.
You.
He's like,
You.
friends! It's
Is,
been so long.
is this the drug? Have I seen this dragon before?
This is Ben Oren, 100%. You know this guy. Tried to kill him. He's like, friends!
Kato jumps backwards and is like, "You monster."
Last time I saw you, I tried to kill you.
Whoa, 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 what's with the hostility?
You
The other,
tried to turn us into slaves, you piece of shit.
the other illusion wizard approaches him and is like, I don't know, they've been acting all weird. They say they're from like a parallel dimension or something. He's like,
Give me,
You were
Give
evil
me-
there, and you were evil there, and we were kind of evil there. It's just terrible.
give me 5 good reasons why I shouldn't kill you.
I'm a big dragon. I'm a high-level caster. We're friends. I have a ship that can take you to someone who's well connected, and can probably find someone to get you back to your home. And I kind of like you, I guess. Good friends.
Some of those were good reasons.
Others were worthy of death.
Just
Oh, come on, guys. No
Steve,
hard
you can keep
feelings.
playing up the murdering thing aspect as much as you want, but I think that's not going to help us right now.
Why not? Murdering things always works.
We're just friends. We gotta get you guys home.
Which person of great contacts could you possibly take us to who could get us to a different reality?
We're gonna take you to UR, who's been running the resistance. Try and take down all the evil people. He's quite nice.
Who are these evil people you keep talking about?
Mostly various governments that control like most of the galaxy.
Huh.
Is there any grey sludgy stuff that turns crap into zombies?
Never heard of it.
This reality may be better than our own.
Maybe.
But anyway, do you
Do-
wanna hop aboard my ship?
Well, I have one question.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where the local goblin tribes have gone?
Local goblin tribes probably all died like about 100 years ago when this place was first colonized.
You see Kato burst to break out in tears.
Oh, what's wrong, friend?
My people.
Oh, come here, buddy.
It's like, does not resist.
We'll get those bastards.
But they were my people. I was from here. I was part of the local goblin tribes. I'm not 100 years old.
We'll
They must
we'll
be here somewhere.
we'll get 'em, buddy. We'll get 'em for you.
Just like breaking down, unable to deal with the fact that all of like the families are gone in this area in this era.
Uh,
In this
Fire-
reality, they're all dead.
Fireball will come over and try and hug you.
Does that burn me?
Fireball.
Yes, a bit.
Ah! I attack the fireball.
Fireball, fireball. He'll
Uh,
jump backwards.
Ben Oren's gonna be like, hang on, I should probably change into my proper human form. It turns into this guy.
Things are not updating for me anymore. I don't know what that
Uh,
says about how my
he-
internet's going.
He turns into the wizard that you're familiar with that owns this ship.
Wait a second.
He's like, okay, guys, let's take my ship and go.
This
Dun 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 dun.
this raises so many
Wait.
questions.
Have you always been Ben Oren?
Oh yeah. This is my usual appearance when I'm a
But
human.
but in our reality, there's like a dragon Ben Oren who's a horrible slaver, and then there's a person who runs that ship who's not.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about your reality.
Have you ever heard of like a spell that creates like a purple orb? Like a blackish orb that like sort of purplish that can send you to a place. Like look at this mirror. It's like look at the torment.
That is very tormenting mirror.
That's where we're from.
That's where we are right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is
Although
inside this torment.
when you do look through the mirror, it looks like you're looking through the mirror in a different place, as if when you moved here, you also moved in the mirror. You're in a different place full of torment.
Why are we moving in the Is this place? I
Is this
think,
place?
Steve, do you think if we ran like in one direction for long enough, we might move in the torment enough to get outside of it?
It's worth a try. I can't stand it here. It's too nice.
Could you wait on the ship thing and we'll be back in an hour or so?
I mean, I guess. If we could just take the ship. If you guys want to get somewhere quickly.
Okay, if we could just take the ship and drive southwards as far as possible.
Cool. You all hop in the ship. The ship begins flying south, and you begin. And while looking through the mirror, you're like moving through the torment very quickly. And it doesn't take very long in the ship. You eventually pass outside of the horrific torment, and you are now in the mirror outside of this weird purple orb.
And yet,
Although, as soon as you pass from the purple orb, the orb starts to turn black from the point at which you left. You can see through the mirror. Which now has some implications for Colt. Colt,
Yes.
you've been walking for 30-ish, 40 minutes now, and in the distance behind you, you notice that, like, horrible torment is appearing. It's like really horrific.
What, like black
Uh,
and purple, like turmoil or
it
tumultuous?
looks like horrific nightmares. It's hard to make out of this distance because you are like quite far away from it because you've been walking for 30 minutes away from it.
Yeah.
But it does look like horrific torment.
Colt will just try and get the goblins to just take five. Like, take five, guys. We don't want to wear ourselves out. He's just trying to get them to just stay where they are, and he will actively like walk back towards it to investigate.
Cool.
Well, no, not walk, but run. He's going to try and get to it as quick as he can.
Cool.
So
You
if like
saw,
normal walking pace for most things took us half an hour to get here, it'd be like 5 minutes for him if he's at
you
full pace.
you also notice a ship passed overhead a while ago.
Colt was on that ship for a little bit. Would you recognize it?
Give me a history check. Uh,
18.
yes. Not only that, not only that, but you also notice that this ship has Project Peace written on the underneath of it, like the underside. But you do recognize the ship. It's flown just a little bit away from you, and it's just ahead of where the torment has started to form.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
So if I notice we've not moved out of this weird reality when we fly past the dome,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and get them to take me back to the edge, to just beyond where it is, so I can get out and explore the edge of where the dome is.
Cool. When you go back inside the edge area of the dome, Colt, you notice the torment sort of begins to dissipate pretty fast
As he gets towards it,
as the ship approaches where it is.
he's gonna he's like sprinting. He's gonna like aim for where that's landing since he recognizes it.
Yeah. The goblins will follow behind as fast as they can, but you are much faster than them.
Yeah, just Usain Bolt versus the average person.
So yeah. The ship lands if you want it to land. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I was asking just because I want to go out and like check along the edge of where the torment is.
Sure, sure. The torment dissipates when you get close to it, essentially. But it looked like what you saw through the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah.
You actually give me a perception check just to see where the mirror was pointed when you left, because you're probably like high in the air. But maybe you might have seen stuff. Give me a perception check, KO. You notice Croc when you left the area where the torment was is like just sitting outside the purple bit when you look through the mirror. That turned black for a second. Croc, you see that the big orb turned black for a second, but then went purple again.
So I saw Croc in the mirror when I passed,
Yeah, when you left the area.
but I couldn't see him physically.
No, you couldn't see him physically, only through the mirror.
And so if I'm out of the ship and I wander towards where I saw Croc,
You depends. Do you approach Croc from the direction where all the torment's coming from, or do you approach him from the other side?
I approach him from the direction of the torment's coming from.
Cool. You eventually get to a point where you leave the torment area, and you can see Croc through the mirror. But the torment, then all of a sudden, just behind you, like what you saw through the mirror begins to appear behind you. But you can see
Okay.
Croc through the mirror.
I'm gonna like try and say stuff through the mirror, see if Croc can hear me.
Croc doesn't hear anything.
I'm gonna start like rubbing the mirror and seeing if there's any settings to this thing.
When you try and like rub the mirror, it doesn't. Nothing really happens.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back through the way I came in order.
Croc, the purple bit just in front of where you are turns black. All of a sudden. And then when Kato returns to the area, the torment suddenly vanishes, and it turns purple again.
Will Colt have caught up with them by this point?
Colt catches up pretty soon after this, yes.
Hey, Kato, I found you finally. And hey, you found the wizard guy with the ship.
And in the distance, Kato, you see a bunch of familiar-looking goblins, like, boss!
I brought your friends.
Kato breaks
friends.
down and runs over to like group hug all the goblins.
They all hug you, Kato, back.
They told me you were all dead, but I knew deep down.
Steve will try and walk through where the edge of the dome is.
Yeah, I was going to say Colt's going to turn around and just at least try to put his hand on whatever the torment or purple wall or whatever it is.
You're currently standing inside the area, but nothing happens when you two go anywhere near it, essentially.
So we can go through it?
There's nothing there.
Literal nothingness.
Literally nothingness is there. The only way it's visible is through the mirror. Yeah.
Alright. Fireball will run up to everyone and say, "Fireball, fireball."
Fireball is very cute. I'll just quickly
Fireball.
get some gobbos onto the right map.
So I put Colt on as well, yeah.
Yeah. You can put Colt on the current map. I've either created far too many goblins, or the goblins aren't appearing because I did the wrong thing. Well, Maybe 800
We-
goblins are about to spawn.
I don't know what your map's going to look like anymore. I'm sorry, buddy.
I can't see any goblins, Joe.
I'm lucky I
There
have a
we go.
character sheet to look at.
Goblins! They're all hugging
Uh,
Kato.
Fireball will be jumping in and around the goblins. Fireball!
The goblins are like, ah, ah! He hugs Kato more though, for safety.
Fireball! Fireball!
Yeah.
Fireball?
Fireball! Says the wizard.
Fireball!
Fireball!
Core clenches a fist. Lightning! Does it react?
Ah, fireball! Fireball!
Don't scare
Fireball!
poor Fireball.
Oh no. I'll not do that then.
He's very prone to fireballing.
Fireball!
What? Huh?
Do we see the hand come through?
Y- you see a hand appear. Scoop some dirt up.
No. Like, are we able to react quick enough to maybe grab the hand?
Give me an initiative roll. Croc, you and like anyone who wants to can give me an initiative roll.
I rolled real bad.
Croc also
Steve.
rolled real bad.
You know what? Just because for fun.
In fact, Croc, I believe, goes last. Okay, basically anybody except from I think Steve can have an attempt at pulling Croc through.
No, Steve got a 12, Fireball got a 6.
Oh, sorry, Fireball. Everyone except Fireball can try and pull the hand.
That's a 20 on mine.
I'm not trying to pull the hand. I'm trying to grab the hand so that when it pulls back, I go with it.
Sure, anyone can try and like grab the hand or anything. Cool. So, Kato grabs the hand. What's Steve doing?
He'll try and grab the hand, but also try and scoop up Fireball.
Sure. You scoop up Fireball and grab the hand. And Colt, what are you doing?
It's going to be a dick, but I'm actually going to hand him me rope and see what happens.
When the hand, Croc, there's some major resistance. It's like your hand has been grasped by like so many things.
Something's been
Uh,
shoved into the hand as well.
Also, you're holding rope all of a sudden instead of the dirt you're trying to scoop. You reflectively pull back. Everybody make a strength check.
I mean, it's not attached to anything at the moment. It's just like
Colt getting a
loose.
12,
It's just
Steve
like loose
getting a
rope.
6, Kato getting a 6.
I was kind of wanting to see if it would go out to Croc's side.
And Croc? Croc as well, yeah. Croc getting a 7. Croc, you can't pull your hand out of the thing. Something is holding on to it too tightly. Basically, you all feel your hands like tension off the area where the hand disappears, essentially, when it tries to pull back.
Steve will ask the wizard if he can take Fireball with him.
Fireball's always been part of the team. Fireball.
Fireball, Fireball! Fireball seems excited to go on a new adventure.
You are unable to pull your hand out, Croc. You are currently stuck with your hand inside it. You don't know what's going on. Do you just keep holding the hand? Uh, does does everyone keep holding the hand?
Yep.
Slash.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Everyone more strength checks. Croc's gotta outmuscle like all of these people.
6 and Steve 224.
Croc, you are thoroughly unable to pull your hand back
I
out
got
of this
one.
thing. You are thoroughly unable to pull your hand back out, Croc.
Can-
You've struggled
can-
really hard.
Can
But
those
you
of us who are not trying to like stop him from pulling his hand back but want to go with it, like choose to fail?
you can try. You have chosen to fail, but that's not the reason you can't go back.
It's because he's physically attached to us in some way, shape, or form, isn't it?
Basically, like last time, what happened was Croc pulled, and your hands got stuck where his like wrist disappeared, essentially.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to see if I can write on the back of Croc's hand
Sure, you can write on the back of Croc's hand.
and just write, we're on the other side, can't get back through, no dome here.
Does everyone let his hand go back through now?
Yes.
Croc,
Yeah.
do you try and pull your hand back through? Croc, you pull your hand back through, and it feels like a bunch of ink just like fell off your hand. No. Nothing comes back through other than you.
When Croc had the rope in his hand and Croc's
Ka-
hand went out of the thing, our hand
Kato,
stopped, but
you
did the rope
see,
stop?
the rope stopped as well.
Right.
Kato, you see the ink that you wrote on Croc's hand has like fallen onto the floor where the thing disappeared, as if it peeled off his skin or his scales.
Maybe next time, if he sticks his hand through, we can carve a message into his hand with a knife. That might be more permanent, painful, but it might get the message across. Is everyone with me?
What are we doing?
Croc,
I mean, you're technically not wrong,
Steve,
but I
Steve
don't agree with it.
suggests like Steve suggests like stabbing Croc to leave a message in Croc's hand.
Like,
You're not wrong, but I don't agree.
Got it. I mean, you could stick your head back through at a different spot to see what was happening. But then your head might get grabbed by a weird thing.
I I am watching for Croc in the mirror just to see
Uh,
where Croc's next move is.
Croc stands there thinking for a moment and then looks like he doesn't want to touch the big thing anymore.
Come on, Croc, don't be a coward, you fuck. Like, we shadow Croc around the dome.
yeah.
Cool. And then does Croc stick his head through? Mm-hmm. Sure. You stick your head through and you see all of your friends.
Aye.
When you cast it, do you cast it? Where do you cast this? Do you like pull your head out and cast it, or do you keep your head in and cast it? So you pull your head out and cast it to Tiamat. Tiamat tells you that this is the weirdest dimensional rift she's ever seen. Yes. Yes. Yes.
It
Tiamat
never turns out well. It never turns
Tiamat
out well.
says that
Could it be
Tiamat says
put
that
one
you
of
entirely could merge that dimension and this dimension together to get Tiamat more power. But it will be difficult.
Is Croc's face still sticking through the portal thing?
No. Lawrence can't hear you. Yeah, because he's talking through my microphone.
I was just going to say we heard him from the other room there.
So, yes.
Aye.
You did see the others when you poked your head through. Like Kato's like been holding up a mirror to your location. You saw. Kato, Croc waves at you, but then Croc doesn't. Yeah.
Fireball!
Ahead of you
Hi.
is out of literally nothing.
Croc, says Steve. Right. I'm going to hold on to you, try and pull me back through, if you can. And I'll... Yes, but not with one person. Maybe the problem... Croc, look, we made a friend. Fireball! Fireball!
Bugs all around.
I just missed everything for the last like couple minutes. Sorry.
He's explained that
I have
it's an
no
alternate dimension.
going on. I don't understand like any of this stuff. I think we're in a parallel dimension where things turned out very differently. I can't go back through, but I can see where the edge is.
It's almost like it's like
If you
the
have a way for
smallest
us to get
universe
out of
ever.
this, I don't care what else it does. This is so weird. All the goblins died out here.
Wait, I'll turn to the wizard and I'll say, wait, can you cast banishment?
Yes, cast it on all of us.
Unfortunately, I don't know that spell.
I'll turn to the dragon. Do you know banishment? You're a powerful caster, are you not?
Pulls out a spell book, begins flipping through it. Yes, I can cast it.
Okay, can you cast banishment on us, please? I don't know how this would work, but I would like the fireball to come with me.
I can banish one of you. Who should I banish?
What, me or the fireball?
I guess I can banish you if you want.
I choose the fireball to be banished.
That might not be a good idea because we didn't have that back home.
But Fireball can't talk to us.
Yeah, there's that as well.
I can banish you if you want.
Look, I think it would be a good idea to potentially have somebody on the inside of this place keep an eye on what happens in here, and also having people on the outside.
So shall I banish someone?
But
It would help if we had someone who could communicate like across different planes of existence, which we don't.
Hmm.
Do you want to be banished?
No, how many people can you banish?
3. Or I get actually no.
Do we have the rat and snack, or is it just snacks we got with her?
I think about 14 people total if I like put all my effort into it.
12. Well, if that number of goblins accurately describes how many we actually have, which I don't think it does, I'm assuming it doesn't. That's like all of her.
So you can banish all of us if.
I mean,
Yeah, theoretically. I mean,
unless there are more goblins than that.
If I took some time to have a rest, I could banish more of you. So, should I start with you then?
Yes.
He casts Spanish on you. Do you resist?
No.
Cool. You appear on a harmless demiplane. Alright, who's up next? This is a concentration spell.
Yeah, our friend did that once a while back. You have to wait a while for it to fully finish.
Yeah, I can wait a minute. And then if he's from there, then sure, but I don't think he is. He waits a minute, and Lawrence, you reappear here. Back exactly where you were.
Damn it.
Yeah, I didn't
Cole
think
just
that
like
was gonna
pats
get
you
you
on the pats Steve on the arm and just goes, "It was a good idea, buddy." It just didn't work.
there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can, and it might have consequences. I'll go. Go for it. Might have horrific consequences. Cool. You begin trying to do stuff, and immediately the consequences strike you. You grasp reality to try and get more power, and reality rejects you. Please make a strength save.
Yeah.
You're not pushed, but you do take some damage. You take 10 damage as you feel a wave of energy try and push you inside of the thing. But you are fine. Kato sees Croc, like, doing some weird magic stuff, and then immediately gets, like, bopped with some weird wave of energy.
Ooh.
And he almost
Dragon.
falls inside, but just about manages to stay his ground.
Dragon person.
Yeah.
Do you know the spell that allows you to travel from plane to plane?
I think I do, but I can only cast that one once. I can only cast it once. But I can take a bunch of people with me.
Okay. How about you take us with you to another plane, wait 8 hours or however long it takes you to get spells back, and then teleport us to the other version of this place.
I don't think I can. I think I need a different spell. I do know of a spell that could do something like what you want it to do.
What spell is that?
I think it's called like Blue Mist Veil, something along those lines. Something like that, like Dream something. I think if I had that, I could do it, but I don't know it, unfortunately.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, you're a wizard, right?
I am.
So if we took an 8-hour rest,
Yeah.
if we went to sleep and
Mhm.
then you prepared your new spells, could you then have learned it?
No. I need like the spell from a spell book, like someone else's spell book.
Uh,
I guess we could go searching for it. We could go talk to this guy who has a lot of connections.
1 minute,
You know,
and I'll turn to the guy that the other guy. You're a wizard, right?
he goes, "Yes, I am."
Do you have that spell?
No.
Do you have do you have it in your book? You collect books, right? Wizards.
No, I couldn't even cast that spell if I wanted to. I have this stone which lets me cast more powerful illusion spells, but I can't really get that high with anything else. Especially not the kind of magic that you'd need to like send you to somewhere else.
I'll turn back to Ben Oren and I'll say, "Who is this person?" It's you are, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you are. Our glorious leader, the great rebel, leading to free the galaxy from its tyranny.
Paul will pipe up, looking at the two wizards here, and Steve talk about it and goes, "Do either of you guys at least have any kind of spells that allow communication across planes?"
I guess I could check.
Do you
Don't
have?
think I do.
Doesn't message work that way?
No, message you have to be able to see the person.
Message is a cantrip as well.
Yeah, it's a
So
cantrip, and you
I
have to see the person and be
I
within like range.
you need to be within 120 feet of them.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
Trying to push, but
ne- neither of them have the sending spell, which is just
Ah.
about the only way they think that they could communicate across dimensions like this. Whether
Ah.
they're not even sure if that would work, though.
so if you went to sleep for 8 hours, would you be able to cast the
No,
sun?
it's not in my spell book. We'd need to go find someone who had it.
Steve, evidently these guys are collectors. If they don't have the spells are essentially items to them by the sounds of it. If they
Like
don't
it,
have it, they don't have it.
yeah, it's not in our book. Like we've
Uh,
prepared our spells for today, but like
uh,
we don't know every spell in existence. I have the wizard who is also a dragon pipes up. I have an amazing collection of spells. I've like
look,
gotten so many enemy wizard spell books, but I
Illu-
just don't have every single spell in existence.
Illusion
look,
wizard voice going through Ben Orman's just going got, need, got,
Need,
yeah, yeah.
got, need.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's doing.
uh,
This is true.
Steve will just go, "Oi, nerds! What about this little flame boy? What does he do?
He shoots fire.
Is that all he does?
Pretty much.
Why? Can he learn no other spells?
He's
Any
just he's just a lot of fire. What else do you want from him?
I don't know. I was wondering if he could help in any way.
The other one goes. I think I've spoken to him a few times, but like it's very hard for us to communicate because I can sort of I can like read all writing, and Fireball like burns almost everything you give him. But like one time he did write something, so I know he understands a language. I'm just not sure which one. Because he wrote something one time in like Ash, pipes up the like dragon dude, but I can't like it's sort of like magically translated for me. So he speaks a language, but the only words he knows in common are fireball.
Right. Okay.
So it's hard for me to really tell. And all he said when he wrote the thing down in Ash was fireball.
Interesting. He seems a bit obsessed with fireballs,
He is a fire.
I suppose.
But both of them say no. I don't have any immediate solutions to these problems.
I don't suppose a fireball would help. Fireball!
No clue.
I mean, if we clear an area away from this wall,
I don't think we should burn down this field.
you just
Fireball?
No, a fireball.
Cole actually gestures in a slightly judgmental manner towards everything else. Oh wait, shit! Can they? No, yeah, because we're in the desolate bit, aren't we?
Oh, sorry, no, yeah, you are in the desolate bit. You're
Yeah,
outside. You're very
we're
far.
we're
In
outside
that
the nice
case, no,
place
no,
in the
you
desolate
are.
bit, and Cole
You
just
are
like
right.
gestures to everything.
Does Fireball want to cast a fireball? They don't say that because you're not there. Does Fireball want to cast a fireball?
Yeah, you'll cast it like
At
almost.
the perimeter of the sphere. Cool. You chuck
Yeah.
fireball, and a fireball happens, and that area is fire for a bit.
I take it that the wall of horribleness is
Literally
largely unaffected.
nothing changes. Croc doesn't say anything. You guys see a fireball happen, but nothing else. It's not unusual anyway.
Well, brute force isn't going to work by the looks of it.
Do you throw a grenade grenade at your own teammate.
Well, he doesn't. Well, he doesn't know we're there now.
He does know you're there.
Wait, how
Grenade
many?
just he throws a grenade through, it just rolls onto the top of the ship, and Ben Oren turns around and is like, "No, my ship!" Suddenly explodes.
It would have been fucking hilarious if you did that to the first ship in the other universe. But
Like,
oh well.
so what does Croc do?
Yeah, we tried to brute force our way out.
The ground is more ashy than it was before. It's more singed now.
Fireball!
Fireball looks happy.
Fireball! 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 Fireball!
Fireball has a plan.
Fireball! Fireball!
It's horrible here. I don't blame you. No
Yes,
offense. I
yeah.
turn to the people who are from this reality.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we know. We're just trying to make it a better place, you know.
We have no clue how to get back. So they said there's a person they can take us to who might be able to help us.
But that would mean that we would have to travel away from here.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, you go first.
Uh, I I actually possess one of the most powerful divination artifacts ever. Sure, I'll actually look for where other version of you guys are. He goes into his ship. Uh, you notice that when he starts to head into his ship, he's like, he puts like weird looking glasses on that look like they'd hold your eyes in place. He goes into his ship, and now this guy needs to make a strength save. Come on. Otherwise, it's gonna be very awkward. Oh god, okay.
Imagine he's talking up how big and great all his divination stuff is, and that
Oh
he
wait, no.
fails.
He rolls a 6 for strength.
He has a special thing on, so he has advantage. Hang on. Oh no. Oh well. He returns and says, "All right, so I have good news and I have bad news. He's also missing an eye.
Ew.
So the good news is I know where your friends are, or where our friends are. They're dead. They're in the center of like a big black orb that's full of horrible nightmares that like ripped them apart really quickly. Other bad news, I lost an eye.
Yeah, we figured that bit out. We're ahead of the game there.
So if you'll excuse me for a moment, I need to go process the fact that I've lost an eye and find someone who can regenerate me a new eye.
The fellow who's on the other side of the barrier has healing spells.
Ooh, Croc, if your head's still poked through, he says, "Can you regenerate my eye, please?" Regeneration. It's like,
So your usual ha shenanigans won't do anything for that.
you could kill him and then reanimate him, and that would fix his body parts, depending on the level of resurrection spell you have. Can you cast resurrection or true resurrection?
It- Well, that was the thing you did. That was the thing you did with me.
He says, "Well, I'll just have to hope our ally has someone who can heal eyes." Uh, yeah, I know Revivify doesn't. I also know I don't think Raise Dead does either.
Resurrection.
Resurrection does, but yeah, we don't have that. You don't
Do
have
you have
regeneration.
reincarnation? Can we
None of us are
reincarnate?
are
He,
powerful enough
he's
spellcasters for that.
he's not very keen to be reincarnated because he might not be a dragon anymore.
I mean, you most likely wouldn't be a dragon.
High likelihood of that.
That's true, but I'd like to remain me, and there's like safer ways of getting my eye back. He's gonna head back onto his ship and go to the medical bay. Stay there for a while.
I don't know.
I think we should go and talk to this person. This you are person, and go and see what they're about.
I will warn you that I'm pretty sure as soon as we leave the area that this thing is in, the torment sphere is going to get worse.
Yeah, it might just it might just expand into where you are.
Cool. So
At the
Croc,
pace of a spaceship.
you cool. So Croc, do you turn the gravity crystal and start falling away? Cool. Do you guys like start leaving the area?
Sure.
Cool, Croc. That orb starts turning black and starts expanding real quick. It's it continues until it has almost it basically covers as much of the planet as you can currently see at this point. Cool. Croc, you're just sort of floating there. There's still a little bit of purple on the in the other direction. Most of the planet is covered in blackness at this point. There's a little blob of purple just sitting there, slowly shrinking.
So who's piloting the ship? Is it Ben Oren or is it the illusion wizard guy? Because I keep asking since Ben Oren went for an eye.
Ben Oren is the pilot, but his eye has just been removed. So he's gonna leave it on autopilot.
Colt's gonna ask experimentally, just again thinking if this ship moves forward and the barrier thing moves with it, what's happened to Croc? So he's gonna ask the guy, "Is there any way of like pinpointing life forms outside the ship, i.e., our friend?"
It can pinpoint life forms outside the ship, but not across dimensions.
Well, that's kind of what I was wondering. If that would
No,
like make
I
him come
don't.
here.
I don't think I can get your friend with this, unfortunately.
Well, if it's not detecting him, it means that at least he's not like outside this ship and in danger. I hope.
Oh, uh, yeah, you could do that, Croc.
Oh wait, hang on. I totally forgot it was doing that. That it was like only extending to a certain height. So you can
Uh,
just like hover above the skybox and just watch the planet turn into like a little ball of blackness.
yeah, the planet, it does basically look like a little ball of darkness with a little. The only way you have to orientate yourself now is that one little point of purple that's just chilling there, slowly shrinking as the other dimension crew fly away. What have you realized, Andrew? The rat can't. The rat is suffocating, by the way. Yeah. It
It'll also be
is
very cold.
slowly. The rat is slowly dying because it is very cold and also can't really breathe. The rat is dying though. Cool. You throw the rat through the purple. The rat is just like flying around. Um, I guess. I mean, you did ask about scanning, so the wizard was just like scanning this whole time. Like, yeah, see, won't detect any, and then he just detects the rat, and it's just like, oh, okay. Swoops by, picks up rat. All right. Let's go to to you guys and the rat, and then just like Croc is helplessly floating in space. This is true, but you don't know where you're going. You're just. I mean, you still have the gravity. You still have the gravity crystal, so you can fall forever in any direction you want to. Just falling in one direction. Sure, you guys fly over to where you are is, and that's a good place, I think, to call the session.
I am glad because I'm still not really getting any joy out of trying to use a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. No. No.
Damn it as well. I'll get to level 13 one day.
But yeah, you guys did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
I'm very scared.
Oh, very scared.
Why are you scared? You're about to go to You're
No,
going.
Nah, but it's not real though.
it's
Uh,
also it's also not actually better.
I
Well,
mean, it's it's
it's
better
physically
where
real, but
it's better where you are. It, it's so much worse, basically everywhere else in the galaxy. Like the bit where RU's forces usually are, and the beholder space and stuff, that's all lovely in this place. But like everywhere else, like the several paradise civilizations, they're all horrific places. And even the Lithonian places, they were quite a brutal monarchy. It's not great there. Because there still were a spacefaring civilization that existed for a long time, so like standards of living had raised. So in this reality, things are just always getting worse, and everything is pretty bad always. That's Lithonian space currently. Woo!
Stupid damn illusion wizard.
So most of everything is like terrible where you are.
Is this
But
what the one that I dispelled in the first place was going to do?
depends. Kind of a bit.
But we'll like jab the illusion wizard and go, so that book, you got anything in there that makes like black orbs?
To be honest, the black orb was like a torturous amplified illusion that would basically assault you guys. The hence hence
I
hence how
take it.
they all died. But that would have probably killed you. But Kato's mirror affects the spell and basically makes it the opposite. But
Would the
weird.
illusion wizard tell Cole that in that way? You go,
And
oh, I've got this spell that does this, but if you threw that in there, that'd mess things up.
and the fact that the device was also there amplified things in odd ways, and you basically created the most weird portal that's ever been created to a parallel universe. It's reflective.
Yeah, but would the illusion wizard know all that from
The
what he
illusion
has in
wizard.
his book?
The illusion wizard. The one in the opposite dimension. Currently, you don't know what's happened to him.
Yeah, but the one in this one, Cole's asking him, do you have anything
Uh,
that would make a black orb that would like pull things into it at all?
uh,
And
it,
then if
he says that he doesn't have anything like that.
once again for this session, Colt is confused.
I don't think we've ended a session not confused for a while.
Yeah, that's D&D in general.
In fact,
Every day, every
Hey,
D&D
my
session
players
is
in my players in my game that's run every second Sunday have just discovered the WotC offices, so you know.
I think you guys have learnt a lot this session about like things by observing the parallel dimensions. You learned
Wait,
a lot
what
of
have they just?
things. Oh, nothing. You guys have discovered nothing. That's what you've discovered, apparently.
No, I'm asking Graham what they've discovered in his other game.
It's fine. They found a bunch of switching portals, and one of them took them to like a regular looking office building.
Nice.
Nice.
That Ben Oren is actually the guy that we were working with this whole time.
the main villain was actually the wizard on our spaceship, on your spaceship.
This is accurate. IU does know that.
But we oh never mind.
Yes. So my other character is essentially just Fireball.
Yeah, we got that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't go, oh yeah, by the way, these guys are good on this side.
Nope.
There was
You
nothing like
didn't
that
do
at
that.
all.
Croc just thinks the wizard is there in that dimension. He still doesn't know that Penorin is the wizard.
Is there a way we were meant to be able to work that out in the other dimension, or is this just a like our characters are not the kind of people that could possibly work that out?
It could have been worked out, but I don't think any of your characters would have pursued the like investigate the wizard route. There were things that like
If
there were hints about like the ship is gradually turning into like a black dragon lair. So so Ben Oren is like suspiciously gonna take like several days away from the ship so that the terrain effects like disappear from the ship. That's why
Yeah,
Mox started to notice that like black dragon terrain effects were occurring on the ship,
I was
and why the
literally just
wizards
yeah, I was
and why the
literally just
wizards
going to say
suspiciously left for like several weeks until they left, so that
I
he
was
could come back.
I was literally going to say if he survived any longer, he probably would have been looking into it because he was like suspicious as shit of the wizard anyway. And
Yeah,
then Dragon Lair action started happening on the ship. And he was just like, okay, I'm going to try stop putting two and two together here. What the hell? Because we're in flight. We shouldn't be getting this. But he
yeah. There
died.
was
But then Gravity Stone happened.
I'll find the wizard. Amazing. But yeah,
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
you
If the
could have.
Gravity Stone had affected the goblins in that swamp camp that were past, wouldn't it also affect where the ship was?
It would affect many things. Would the gravity crystal?
I suppose if the ship started floating, they could just like start the engine and just like fly away.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, the wizard is gone.
85,000.
He
but, yeah,
he basically is surveying more stuff for RU, just like going around. He was gonna come back for you guys eventually, assuming that you had no way of like figuring out he was the dragon at this point, because the only opportunity you would have had was to like carefully comb through what you knew about him already, and what were the odds of that happening? But no. Mm-hmm.
Not really,
That's
because we're not
true.
being paid to at this point.
That's also true.
We took your
Oh.
simulacrum and got paid for it. Don't give a shit anymore.
That's true. Very true.
yeah. So
Then would, if anything, we'd probably turn around to Ben and go, "Oh my god, that's an amazing money making scheme. You make simulacrums. You make a name for yourself attacking towns. Where you go and slay, quote unquote, the dragon, instant profit."
Man, that's genius.
and remember to like and subscribe. Definitely do that.